Hello. Today we are going to be talking about reality shifting, the real deal, the real reality shifting. Hello, I am Felicity, your soul alignment coach, and I love to talk about all things spiritual and metaphysical. I really want to help you to understand yourself as an energetic being, having this human physical experience and what that means and all about energy and energetic mastery. So, anyway, let's get into this. We're going to be talking about reality shifting. Now, I know there's a lot going on about reality shifting right now. If you go on TikTok or anywhere else, everybody is talking about reality shifting, but this is a very different kind of reality shifting than I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to be helping you to actually shift your physical reality. All right. Literally shifting your physical reality. Now, before I step into that, I want to touch a little bit on what people are talking about reality shifting. I think that nowadays, people are talking about reality shifting in the way that it equates very much to lucid dreaming and astral projection. The only difference between lucid dreaming and astral projection and reality shifting is that you have a specific agenda. You have a specific outcome, a specific place, a specific life and lifestyle that you're stepping into with this. All right. So it is the same tools, the same mechanism, the same ideas. Don't be afraid to use lucid dreaming and astral projection techniques to do your reality shifting if you're looking for that type of reality shifting. Now, like I said, that is not what I'm going to be talking about today because I want you to be able to actually shift your reality. I want you to actually be able to shift from where you are now to your desired reality, like where you want to be, where your soul longs for, right? Because that's what we're here to do. We are here to start living that soul desire, right? That soul led life. And so, how do we get from the reality where we are now, where we don't have the things that we want, where we're not living that desired life, to living that desired life? That's the ultimate shift, right? And I think, like, I mean, I don't want to go into a deep dive about this, about the people that are doing the current type of reality shifting that I was talking about, but I think that people would benefit from this idea, from being able to shift their reality. And the reason why is because I think that, like, for an example, when I was heavy into like lucid dreaming and astral projection, part of it had to do with wanting to escape my own physical reality, that I wasn't happy, that I wasn't living my soul led life and all these things, right? And so it was a wonderful idea to be able to escape into like all these other amazing realities, right? Plus the adventure, like how cool is it to be able to do those things, right? So that makes a lot of sense. But the reason why I want to teach you how to really shift your reality is because you are here to live that life of joy. You are here to live that life of passion, doing the things that you love, having the fulfilled life, and not needing to feel like you have to escape your life, right? So, again, not making anyone feel bad about these things because I totally get it. And I love doing those things too. So I love, astral projection, lucid dreaming, and that other type of reality shifting as well. And it is fun, but let's get into really shifting your reality. Okay, so how do we do this and how does this even work? So essentially, what you're doing is you're creating so much energetic momentum into the reality that you're wanting to live in, the reality that you're wanting to create, that the universe can't help but shift you into this reality. So this really comes down to the theory of the multiverses, right? Like that there are all these other possibilities and realities that are existing, in this moment. And then essentially you are pulling enough energy into shifting into that other reality, that other existence where you are living that abundant life or doing those abundant things or whatever it is, whatever lifestyle that is, you're stepping into that. Now, the really important piece about this is that you're doing that from that soul desire, right? Because that creates more energetic momentum. All right. If you like feel and long for this deep within your soul, what that means, that is like that God consciousness, that universal consciousness, or whatever you want to call that energy within you, that's what's longing for that, right? So that's what you're working with, that universal consciousness that's like, this is why you're here. This is what you're here to do, right? And you're feeling these things within you because that's part of your purpose. That's what you're here to do. So think about the momentum of what you're creating because of that energy, right? Because you already know like that you're here to do that, but your reality just isn't showing it yet, right? So you have a lot working for you in trying to create these things and trying to create that momentum. All right. So how do we do this? How do we even start doing this? So this is a manifestation thing as well. So you're using a lot of the manifestation tools. It's a lot of the same tools. So firstly, you're starting with having a really clear image, but not just image. It needs to be a feeling. You need to immerse yourself in the feeling as if you are living that reality now. And so the best time to visualize this is before bed. And the reason why this is because you're programming your subconscious mind to get on board as if you're living that reality, right? And so as you're drifting off to sleep, start visualizing that reality. So as if it is now, as if you're already that person. So whoever that is, however you're living that life, whatever you're doing, start imagining that. But I want you to feel it. I want you to step into it. I want you to use like all of your senses as if that's now and kind of bathe in that experience, right? Revel in like how good it feels, right? How amazing it is, how grateful you are to be in that life, to have that experience, but take it to the mundane, like take it to the point where what does it feel like to get up in the morning as that person who has that life, who has those abundant things, who is, has like the dream life that you're wanting, right? So whatever it is that you're wanting, what is that you like? Okay, so how do you wake up in the morning? What kind of food do you eat? What friends do you hang out with? What kind of relationships do you have? How do you like relate to people in that way? Like, who are you, right? Who are you in that moment? And like, what are your beliefs? What are your expectations? What are your thoughts? What are your daily thoughts? How, what is your daily routine? Like really start stepping into like the mundane aspect of that life, right? But feel it, like step into, like I said, how good it feels, how grateful you are, because when you do that visualization, I want you to feel like so positive, like so excited, so like thrilled that you're in that state that when you're drifting off to sleep, like you have that big fat smile on your face. That's how good it feels, right? And so when you wake up the next day, your subconscious mind is now already kind of programmed with this, so that every night that you're doing this, and I want you to do this every single night, but only if it excites you, only if it feels thrilling, only if like your soul is like, yes, that feels so amazing. Because if you're doing it from a state of resistance where it doesn't feel aligned and it doesn't feel good, then you're creating more resistance with what you're trying to create. So don't do that. Okay, so make sure that you're feeling excited about it, that it feels aligned, that it feels good. when you're doing it. All right, so now the crux, the important piece is really start to live like you're already that person. So it's like you have to put on blinders, right, for how your current reality is. And it's almost like you're ignoring your current reality. You're to the point where you're like, yeah, I get that my current reality doesn't show like the reality that I want yet. And you're going forward with the expectation that you've already created, like energetically, the framework for where you're going. So, energetically, the blueprints, the framework, the everything is already done. It's already created, right? And you're going with that belief and that expectation that that's what you've done. Okay. And now, as you're going about your day, you're living your life as if you're that person in that life with the blinders on, knowing it is only a matter of time. That's it. That's it. That's it, because you know it. You know that it's coming. You've already created the energy for it. You're already creating the momentum for it. And now it's just a matter of time. And that's the thing with like creating things and manifesting things in the physical reality. The physical reality takes time. And the only challenging part is holding that vision for that extended period of time. You see, so the difference between manifestation and reality shifting is that you have to have the mental fortitude to hold that vision no matter what's going on in your physical reality. So if you're still not seeing what you expect to see, if there still isn't the changes that you're wanting, you're still holding that vision. You're still living as if you're that person. Now, this does not mean that you're going out and spending a lot of money like you're a really rich person. Like if you're trying to manifest like a really abundant life, right? You're not going and buying a Maserati and like fancy clothes when you can't afford that. That is not what I'm talking about, okay? But you can still live with a wealthy mindset. You know what I mean? And so that's how you need to think about life. Like, what is that wealthy or whatever it is, you know, person doing and thinking, and how are they treating life and how are they treating themselves and what kinds of choices are they making, right? That's how you need to start living your life. So you are that person, because if you thinking about yourself like now in this present reality, right, where you don't have the things that you want, and then you may be thinking of yourself in this state of lack, right, of not having the things that you want and taking action from a place of lack, like, oh no, I can't buy that right now because I don't have the money. Well, I'm not saying to buy that right now, but I'm saying going at it from the perspective of, you know what, I have the money, but I'm not going to spend it on that right now. Or I am abundant, I am wealthy, and I'm choosing to be very careful about how I spend my money. Like taking a very different like shift in perspective to how you view each and every situation. So each and every situation, you could look at it from a poverty circumstance or a wealthy circumstance, right? Of like a poverty mindset or a wealth mindset, right? Now, that's if you're looking towards like wealth and abundance. I mean, there are other like examples and stuff like that. But I hope that you get the point of where I'm going with this. Like you could look at reality from the current like things that you're seeing, or reality from where you're going, right? And who that person is. Because what happens is the more that you're putting that energy towards that person that you're becoming, right? Then it's like what happens is the universe can't help but start to shift over to that reality because it can't hold you in both places. Like it can't do that. And so if there's more energy towards what you're wanting to create versus the energy that you have invested in the current reality, then you're going to start to shift over. You're going to start entering into that reality. And so that is how you actually begin to shift your reality. But like I said, it takes work. It takes mental fortitude. It takes you like putting on those blinders and being like, I am only going to focus on this future reality. And even though things are happening in my current reality that may make me doubt and question or whatever, I'm going to have that faith and know that I've already constructed the blueprint for what I'm manifesting, and it's only a matter of time. Okay. Now, there are a bunch of other pieces, small pieces to manifesting and reality shifting and things like that. But this is the crux. This is the main piece to reality shifting. Now, I will have some other videos about other details about reality shifting so that you kind of get the full picture. But I didn't want to go into like all of the pieces of reality shifting in one video. Otherwise, it would have been a quite lengthy video. But I hope that this gives you a good understanding of what you need to do to start to actually physically shift your reality, because you can do it. You can actually shift from where you currently are, where you don't have the things that you want, where you're not living that soul aligned life, where you're not living your purpose, to where you are, to where you're living that. And that is the way that you do that. And this is why you're here. I need to say this again. You are here to have an abundant, amazing, purpose filled life. That is why you're here. That is why you feel those longings inside of you to do something more with your life, or to have what they call that awakening, right? Where you feel like, wait a minute, isn't there something more to life? And why aren't I doing these things? Like, there is a reason why you feel what you feel inside of you, and you can create that. You are here to live that life, to live that abundant life, doing the things that you love. And so this is one of the amazing ways that you can shift your reality to create the life that you want. And I hope that you enjoy it. If you are interested in having support and coaching during this time so that you can totally step into that life with power and purpose and everything like that, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I love coaching people so much. And so, yeah, I would love to. I would be honored to. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that this video has helped you. And don't forget to subscribe.